We're recording. Hello and welcome to our Tuesday night continuing education class. My name is Rachel McBee, and for those of you who haven't met me yet, let me just introduce myself really quickly. I'm from Central Oklahoma, born and raised here. I'm a registered nurse since 2007, and I've been using and teaching doTERRA essential oils for over 6 years now. I have 3 kiddos. Knox is 7. He will be assisting us at the end of this class.
That mute there.
Or if you have friends who missed out, they'll be able to watch it later. So as I was saying, I have 3 kiddos, 7, 5, and 1.5, and of course my husband. So tonight I'm going to be teaching you another tool, another way to utilize your essential oils so that you can feel more empowered to know what to choose whenever ailments and things come up in your family. This method is called Symphony of the Cells. And what it is, it's just a really super simple essential oils application technique to address specific body systems and conditions. It's safe for all ages. It's safe for all stages of life. So whether a small child, pregnant, elderly, adult, all the way in between, it's safe for all ages. So my objective for tonight is to share with you kind of a little bit about what Symphony of the Cells is and how it works, how to utilize the chart in the booklet, the instruction booklet, so that you can do it at home and feel confident in it. And then finally, how to apply it. We'll do a demonstration at the end. If you miss this or you don't get all of it, if you know someone who wants to watch it, let them know that Saturday we'll be doing this at noon as well. So as far as Symphony of the Cells, this technique was developed by a man named Boyd Truman, and he has almost 30 years of experience with essential oils and teaching how to do this, teaching essential oils in depth around the globe, and he is in very, very high demand. You can actually attend one of his seminars. It's an all-day seminar on this technique. And if you can find one near to you, I highly recommend jumping on that opportunity. I haven't had the opportunity to sit under his teaching yet, but I have gone to a local class of some people who have been to his trainings, and I've watched some of his trainings online. So I'm going to share with you what I have gleaned from that. And we've just utilized it in our home. So I just want you to know that you can be confident to use this technique without going to a long all-day training. It's so simple and only takes about 10 minutes, sometimes even shorter with little ones. Anybody can do this. So Symphony of the Cells, he developed this. He designed this technique. There's 18, maybe more, different protocols of Symphony of the Cells, and they're designed to bring harmony physically, emotionally, and spiritually within the body. Now, pure natural essential oils are like substances to the human body, meaning that our cells and plants are made of the same stuff. So our cells know how to utilize essential oils to bring about homeostasis and healing and restoration at the cellular level. So something that he teaches I thought was really helpful in understanding how essential oils work in the body. He says that, you know, when we say that an essential oil supports hormone balance, actually it supports the glands that make and release those hormones. And he teaches, you know, it's important to use essential oils all 3 ways. Use them aromatically, use them topically, use them internally. And I've heard from people who've been to his seminars, Boyd Truman is uber confident in our oils, and he takes massive amounts of essential oils internally, and the guy literally never gets sick. Okay, so doTERRA oils, like I said, work at the cellular level to repair, to balance, and to restore function. And we know when we have healthy cells, we have healthy tissues. When we have healthy tissues, we have healthy organ systems. When we have healthy organ systems, we have healthy bodies. So it can be kind of confusing, especially when you're first getting started. I have people ask, like, there's so many different oils and blends, and there's so many ways that you can use them. Like, how do I know what to do? Is there some simple protocol that I can do that I'm confident I know is going to be the right thing? So let's just review real quick some of the different resources that we have where we can go and figure out, like, I have the flu, or I'm getting a cold, or, you know, I broke my ankle, or my stomach's upset. Like, what do I do to help with that? So let's just review real quick some of the resources that we have to figure out what oils to use before we go into Symphony of the Cells. So just as a review, the Essential Life book is one of my favorites. Most all of you have this book or a smaller version of this. It's beautiful. It gives so many ideas and recipes on how to use the oils. However, you do kind of have to make up your own protocols sometimes with this book. It doesn't have it really laid out, like use this oil and then this oil and then this oil. But it's really beautiful and tons of ideas. One of my new favorites is called Oil Magic, or Advanced Oil Magic. And this one does have a lot of protocols in it. So if you're someone who needs it outlined for you, like, what do I do when I have Hashimoto's? Like, it gives you a 3-month protocol. And so this is one of my favorites if you're someone who really likes protocols. Advanced Oil Magic. Another favorite, especially if you're more like medical minded or research minded, is called Modern Essentials. And this one just has a lot more research studies cited in it. And so I really enjoyed this one sometimes. And then, of course, one of my other favorites is called Emotions and Essential Oils. This dives into how each essential oil and blend addresses root emotional needs. So this one is really cool too. And then another tool that we have is called Itovi. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Itovi scanner, but this is a bioimpedance scanner, and it works like your Fitbit, like pulse oximeters. And what it does is it sends signals through your body tissues, measures resistance, and takes into account like temperature and heart rate, things like that. And then it gives you a individualized report for your body and what it needs specifically at that time to bring it back into harmony, into homeostasis. The downside with Itovi is that either you have to have a friend or a wellness advocate nearby with easy access to, someone who has one of these, or if you have your own personal one, you'll have to pay a subscription every month to have access to it, and that can be kind of costly. But it is handy if you're having a situation and the oils you are currently doing are not working. Sometimes this is really handy to get more specific for your body and what it needs at that time. Let's see. And then one of the other methods that you can use is called aroma touch technique. This was developed by Dr. David Hill, who is not currently, but our chief medical officer. He's currently in a different role right now, but he developed this. And it's an application of 8 different essential oils along the spine, the ears, and the feet. And it addresses things like inflammation, immunity, pain, reducing stress, just helping the body overall to come into balance. And it's amazing. If you have someone nearby who has been through the aroma touch technique, is certified to do that, I highly recommend having one of those done. It's amazing, has incredible results. However, the downside to that is if you want to be able to do it, you really do need to go to the all-day training and get certified. It costs $150 to do that. And it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to do the aroma touch. And so it's a little more involved. Also, it's not individualized for each ailment. It's the exact same 8 oils every time you have an aroma touch. But it is wonderful. I actually am certified and I love to do those. So if you are near me and would like to get that done, just let me know. So Symphony of the Cells. Like I said in the beginning, I love this because anybody can do it without going through a training. I'm going to show you how to do this on Knox in a few minutes. It's super fast. And with the booklets that you get from the Symphony of the Cells website, that's literally all you need. The booklet walks you through step by step how to do this. Okay, so let me show you these two booklets and what is involved in those. Okay. If you have questions as I go ahead and just put those in the chat box, and some of our wellness advocates who are on here tonight will pop in and help answer those. Okay, so you have two booklets. We put the link to where to purchase these in the chat box, so if you want, just jump in there and grab that link. Both of these can be purchased off of Boyd Truman's website, I believe for $14.95 right now. It's a couple dollars off right now. So these are the two booklets. This is the body system chart. So right here it has step by step. It's super simple how to use this chart. I don't know, is this backwards for you guys? I think it is. So number one, you identify your condition. So he has this broken up into categories. This first one here is circulatory and cardiovascular system. So it has, you know, what body parts would that address? Heart, arteries, veins, blood, lymph nodes, kidneys. And then you identify the body system affected by your condition. And then you identify which oils, blends, and consumables, like our supplements, are related to each body system. And then you find the related application. So say, okay, you're having trouble with lymph nodes, possibly. You would go here. Or you could also look, what are the possible associated conditions? Some of them listed here are aneurysm, angina, arrhythmia, atherosclerosis, deep vein thrombosis, hypertension, low blood pressure, lymphedema, varicose veins, Raynaud's disease. And then it gives you suggested applications. So within the book, it's divided, I'll show you this in a second, to different protocols. So some of those are the cardiovascular protocol, cellular, emobic. Emobic is a combination of emotional and limbic system, lymphatic, solar forgiveness. I'll show you these in a second in the other book. And then it has a list of all the single oils that support the circulatory and cardiovascular system. And then the blends that support that system and the supplements that support that system. And if you look through here, I don't know if you guys can tell backwards, but you've got a digestive protocol, emobic and limbic, endocrine system, immune system, integumentary nervous system, respiratory system, skeletal, muscular, and connective tissue, and urinary. Okay, so now let me show you the booklet. So here is the booklet, and this has the instructions and teaches you step by step exactly how to do it. So don't worry about, you know, trying to figure it out, or in other words, like, I'm probably not going to teach this super well. Don't worry. The book will tell you exactly what you need to know. Okay. So here in the beginning, you're going to learn these symbols. And these symbols will be on each protocol, on each oil, step by step, like what you do with that oil. So you see here, this drop just means that you apply a carrier oil. The nose means that you're going to have that individual that you're treating smell that essential oil from your hand. This one means that the person will apply it over their heart. This means that you're going to apply the oil along the spine. I'm going to show you that in a minute. This one means that you apply it to the feet. This would mean that it's applied over the liver. This one means that it's applied over the neck and shoulders. This means that you may, like if it's a roller bottle, like Neroli, we know Neroli only comes in a touch blend, right? So you would put it on your hand first and then apply it to the person. And then this symbol just means that you could apply heat as an option to intensify the effect by using like a warm towel at the end, or getting in a hot shower or a sauna or a hot bath afterwards to intensify the effect of the oils. Okay. Something else I want to show you. Okay, so say that you don't have somebody who can apply this for you. Not to worry, you can still do this on yourself. Just get the oils on your back any way you can. So you would put that on your hand and get as far down as you can. And then as far up the spine as you can, and then on your feet. Or if you're, you know, if your shoulders are disagreeable and you're not able to reach your back, you can still just apply these protocols to your feet and you're good. So how much and how often? So in general, if someone is relatively healthy, a proactive approach is to perform the application 2 to 3 times a month. So not that often. But for someone with a present condition, say like you feel cold or flu coming on, something acute is happening, you want to do the application 2 to 3 times a week, and then 1 to 2 every 1 to 2 weeks or as needed, and then return to the proactive approach 2 to 3 times a month after your acute condition is resolved. So per application, so you're going to see in a minute, I'm going to go up the spine, dropping the oils. So how many drops do you do up the spine? So for an adult, 4 to 6 drops of each oil. But for somebody like who's brand new to using essential oils, you would start with maybe 1 to 2 drops of each oil. Or for a small child or an elderly person in sensitive skin, you might just do 1 or 2 drops of each oil in that protocol. And of course, remembering, you know, if it's a small child, elderly or sensitive skin, make sure you're using extra coconut oil or a dilution oil as you do it. Okay, I think I'm almost ready for you, Knox. I wanted to share, and then also after you're finished getting this Symphony of the Cells application, you want to choose one of the oils in that protocol to take internally at the end. Doesn't matter which one, just make sure it's one that is recommended for internal use. Either put it in a veggie capsule or in your water and chase it, or under your tongue. Let's see if I covered everything. Just real quick, I wanted to share one of my wellness advocates. Her name is Yvonne. She is an amazing teacher who utilizes essential oils prolifically in her classroom with her first graders. She is working on her master's degree and will be specializing in like special learning needs, especially with ADD kids. And so she is currently doing tutoring, or was before this crisis hit, tutoring with ADD kids. And before she does each tutoring session, she does the neurological Symphony of the Cells protocol on these kids before she tutors them. And she's had amazing results and seen drastic improvement in their learning and ability to focus because of using the neurological protocol Symphony of the Cells. Okay. Knox, will you come over here, babe? So I'm gonna go ahead and have Knox get face down. Typically we just, careful. Typically we just do, you don't need to take your shirt off, babe. We just do this like on the couch or like on the bed. You don't need a massage table. You do it on the floor, anywhere. It's really simple. But for tonight, I thought I'd pull the table out. While he's getting comfortable, there you go, babe. Let me just flip through here and show you what some of the protocol options are. So like I mentioned before, there's cardiovascular, and you can see here you start with putting frankincense on the shoulders, the neck, have them smell frankincense from your hand, and then you apply what's left over from your hand. You just swipe it on the feet, nothing fancy. And then you put the carrier oil on all over the back. And then you go through each one here, and it says spine and then feet, and then you heat at the bottom. And then over here, it shows you know which body systems it addresses and then possible conditions that it addresses. For cellular, this is cellular health. You see for these, it's mostly, you know, you do spine and then have them smell each one, and then you put it on their feet. C2 is
just cellular 2.0, another cellular application. It's very similar. Chi, I don't know what that's for. Someone help me there. I haven't been to his training to learn more in depth about oils. Digestive. This is a really good one. Emobic. I've been loving this lately because I love rose and jasmine. Those have really been speaking to me lately through all this stressful time. And those you see hand application on those two, the person applies it to themselves. Forgiveness. So isn't that so cool? Hormone balance. Infectious disease. So we would do infectious disease whenever we need to support immunity, digestion, respiratory, circular, and cardio or endocrine, cold, flu, sore throat, all sorts of things like that. Okay, so for tonight, my little subject is getting impatient, but he does love this. We're just going to do the basic one. This one's very simple. It's just 4 different essential oils. You ready, Knox?
Okay, so what you want to do, my boys love to have this done. Can you move your legs this way? If just to get the hot towel at the end. They absolutely love that part. So you'll just gather your oils, take the caps off. I like to gather them, put them on something like hard, like a wood box or something, all lined out with lids off in the order of the protocol, ready to go. So on this one, it starts with frankincense, and then tea tree, and then aromatouch, which is the massage blend, and then peppermint. Most of the protocols end in peppermint. Peppermint's just very cooling, and it just helps to drive all of those other oils in. So like I learned in the booklet, with kids, you want to make sure and dilute heavily. They tend to feel the oils more intensely. So this will be a little bit cold, Monty. Or here, let me do it this way. Put it in my hands first. Try and warm it up. And then just apply it over the entire back. I think he's not fully in view, but hopefully you guys can see enough here. Okay, so we're going to start with frankincense. I'm going to try and just let 1 or 2 drops out, probably 2. Knox is 7, and he's very accustomed to getting a lot of essential oils. And so what you do is you just take your hand and you just go clockwise up the spine 3 times. And actually on the frankincense, it says just to put it on the shoulders and neck and then have them smell it. So I'm going to reach under here and have them smell that frankincense. Just let someone take a few deep breaths in of that. And then what's left, I'm just going to wipe on his feet. Very simple. Okay. Next up is tea tree or melaleuca, a couple drops of this. And this one is just really great. It addresses digestive, immune, and respiratory. So some possible conditions would be like anxiety, asthma, body aches, cold, congestion, croup, diarrhea, earaches, fever, the flu. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to make him smell that one. Let's see, the next one is aromatouch or massage blend. Sorry, I got 3 on that one. So this protocol also good for headaches, immune support, pink eye, RSV, sore throat, stomach aches, stress, and vomiting. This is just a really great way to just connect with your kids and your loved ones and not have to take a really long time for a massage, but it still feels really nice. Okay, and the last one is peppermint. 2 on that one because peppermint feels very cold to little ones. It's not my kid's favorite. Just go up the spine. You doing okay, Noxie? This is great to do, like I said, 2 to 3 times a month for each family member, just to stay healthy. And that's it, you guys. Was anyone timing me? Super, super fast. And most of the protocols have, probably closer to like 8 or 10 different oils, but that was 4 different ones. I don't have a towel ready for you, sorry, babe, but you can run along if you want to. Thank you, babe.
He's holding his nose. It's a little powerful for the little ones. I want to share with you one other little nugget before you go tonight. When we were at convention last fall, we got to hear Boyd Truman on a panel sharing some about Symphony of the Cells. And he gave us this really great protocol, immunity protocol to use 2 to 3 times a week. He said, use this throughout cold and flu season and your immune system will be top notch and will thank you. It will be amazing. And if you have started out with the Family Essentials Kit, you have all the oils you need for this. So what he said to do, here we go. Okay. So the oils you use are just from the Family Essentials Kit. So you use frankincense, oregano, then digestin, then lemon, then melaleuca, then on guard, then peppermint. And you just apply each of those, just like I did, up the spine, and then on the bottoms of the feet with some carrier oil. So let me go through those in order again if you would like to write down this protocol. Frankincense, oregano, digestin, lemon, melaleuca, on guard, and then peppermint. And then apply a hot towel over the top of that. So that would be a good protocol to start using, I think, even this summer as, you know, things start to reopen and all of us are just really doing all that we can to support our immune system. This would be a really simple, good protocol to use. One that I think I want to implement, especially going into the school season this fall. So that's all I had to share with you guys tonight. I don't know if I used up our 30 minutes or not, but hopefully some of that was helpful for you and you found a new tool that you can start utilizing right away. All right, you can hit stop record now, Missy.